Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with the fourth match of our evening. It's the ESL ESEA Pro League. Amanda's with me, Semler, right here. And yeah, we've got a game on Overpass coming up.
Yeah, we do. So we're actually going through like the whole gamut tonight. We have no repeat maps, pretty much. Nothing but good, fresh action. Actually, no, I lied. No, I didn't lie. I didn't lie, Anders. Train will be the last map of the night. I looked at the bottom one. It was like Inferno. I'm like, crap.
When you sound that excited about the one time you didn't lie, it kind of gives a weird image. Chris, Strux is letting them pass, but there are more coming up behind them, and he only gets the one kill. What a shame. That looked like it was an epic setup here. Tabson gunning away and headshotting Apex. Good job there. And sorry, that was it was Tabson. So now it's Kenny and MBK left here. 2 versus 3. Crystal making his way up behind. He's got that Zeus Semler, so he's doomed already.
Yeah, he is exactly. He's doomed in my book. Never gonna speak to him again. And well, they know that this is a backstab situation coming through. NBK just spraying wildly, and he's not actually gonna get any support from Kenny either. And Kenny now in a 1v2 situation. All he has to do is try and keep these guys off the bomb. If he can try and pick somebody off as well, that would be pretty fancy. That'd be pretty nice. Attempts the burst, big play, and it's not gonna happen. And with Crystal having the kit, more than enough time here for the defuse to come in for Penta. But Penta were just all over the place on that map. What a chaotic first round. Chaotic pistol.
Yeah, but I mean, a pretty good job on Tabson's part, picking up a triple kill, winning the pistol against Envy, which seems to be less difficult than winning the second round against Envy. So
yeah, because look at that, bomb plant, and again.
Yep, no hesitation.
Kenny is actually the only one who goes ahead and actually saves a little bit of money. He doesn't fully commit. He's still got 1,000 in the bank by the looks of it. Is that true? Can we bring up the scoreboard real quick? Maybe he bought after the clock. No, he still has 1,000. So. There's still a priority on the AWP there.
You see Kenny surfing down the edge there? Like, yeah, a small detail, but it's so good. You can do it on the other side too, on the CT side. If you know how to surf, that is.
If you know how to surf, like elitist, like if you know how to surf.
Yeah. If you're part of the pro, actually, I'm really bad at surfing.
I was about to say, like,
I shouldn't talk. Speedy somehow got a headshot through his feet. What is going on here? Tabson take a shot to the face as well, but bomb will go down. It's now 3 versus 3. And we'll see if they can make this round work. Tabson going to be shutting down Kenny there, and another kill on Kiyoshima would be helpful. Coming up from behind is Happy and is charging in. Is he going to be there quite on time? It feels like the bomb is a little bit too far in. Oh, it's out in the open, and Happy, how is he missing that shot? He's going to end up going down. I'm disappointed.
I am as well, actually. He was just shooting him in the butt, though, That's the problem.
Nip it in the
Nip
butt.
it in the bud. But, yeah, he wasn't, even the Deagle, man. Even the Deagle has its limitations. It's a big gun. But he couldn't quite get the job done that time. And then just Deagles across the board here for Team Envy. So at least they get the bomb plan out of that. They're going to be able to buy up in the next round, Envy. And Kenny will still be able to get that AWP. That shouldn't be too much of an issue for him. Whereas Penta, full buy on their side. And so far so good. Penta, I mean, Penta are still a team that managed to have a little bit of an upset earlier on in the week in their first map of the Pro League versus Na'Vi, 16-6 on Cash. They got stomped into the ground by TSM. We kind of expect the same result here versus Envy, but I mean, they're showing that they've still got some aim going for them, at least that they can put up a fight.
True enough. See if they can continue to do that as well. They are playing against 4 Deagles and a CZ75, so even without armor, we know that Envy can be fairly lethal here, and Tabson's going to be picking up the first kill there on Apex, and still is in a decent position right now. See if he can do a little bit more. Speedy dropping very low somehow, but and he's actually going to end up going down to MBK.
No, that's out through connector now, so they're going to be able to get into this B site fairly quickly. There's only one man here to hold it. That's Tabson. He's got the M4A1 at least, so he does have that rifle. But this is a bit of a different. Well, it all depends on Kenny, really. And unfortunately, Kenny was looking the wrong way, and Kenny was alone with the bomb as well. What is this play by Envy?
That is a bit of a giveaway, really. Now they're boosted up, maybe hoping that someone's going to be a little bit careless, and Strux could have been it. Walking up to look at that bomb for a bit would have maybe got him killed, but otherwise, things not looking too bad right now for Penta, especially picking up that kill. MBK, last man left here, and he's hunting Tabson, but not going to be picking up the kill. Triple instead, surviving on 1 health and stealing the Deagle. And Penta doing a really good job here. 4 people staying alive.
Yeah, 6-0-1 for Tabson so far. Just farming up on those anti-eco situations. But now the big guns are coming out. And Kenny, yep, he did have more than enough for an AWP. Kevlar, Smoke, the rest of them fully equipped here. No Molotovs picked up for Envy. So maybe a little bit more of a straightforward approach here to this round. But right now I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to go for a very aggressive push into the B site. No, spreading out across the map, as is their standard. So straight default map control kind of play here from EnVy. They're just going to spread out and look for picks.
See. Not really too aggressive. Crystal still holding very far back up here by the restroom. So that's giving EnVy a lot of space to move around with. See if they can deny Penta a bit of map control. He's playing close to the MP7 though. I mean, at this range, I almost wish someone would just pop flash him through the smoke or something, because I mean, I'm not even a fan of him holding on to the MP7, but I feel like you've got to at least try and make it work.
Yeah, he's just, he wants to get the most out of it before he upgrades to that AWP. Best case scenario is he finds Kenny, I guess. That would be ideal for Crystal. Fresh smoke goes down bottom, top of mid as well. Kenny's on the other side of it, but we do have the nades getting set up, and there it is. The timing hits, and Crystal now right on the edge, and they seem like they had an idea that he was there, but he gets a double spray down, and he's got the AK now as well. Gets the triple, and Crystal just completely turns around this situation for Penta, holding up close. He's completely shut it down for EnVy.
Really good job here. He's going to get the quad kill too. Still just 12 health left, and Happy now. Last man left here. What a round for Crystal. That's super impressive. And to see if Happy can have some sort of impact on the round. He won't. He's going to get taken down by Tabson. Wow.
Commander Blue. And he just made, like, look at that. He's up to 9 grand now for Crystal.
Yeah.
Gets that AWP, no problem at all. That double kill with the MP7. 1,200 bucks extra in his pocket, and then he even picks up an extra 600 just off of rifle kills. I mean, mad money. And he goes for the M4.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you'd think he'd definitely try and steal that AWP away there. I'm not sure if he could find it. There was a grenade that landed down there, so I'm wondering maybe if the AWP got blown out of reach or something. Either way, EnVy have gone for armor and pistols. And again, this is that thing that we're talking about. They keep putting on the pressure until something breaks. And we'll see if it's going to be Penta this time around, or if they've got what it takes to stay alive. Speedy right next to 4 people sneaking up through connector, but hasn't seen or realized it yet, so still getting some good information right here.
Yeah, not spotting anybody out towards Monster. Sewer is clear. Fresh smoke to go down in mid just to buy a little bit more time here for EnVy, or rather for Penta to set up for the MB push as it comes around the corner. NBK, the first man onto that site, gets completely slapped by Tossin. Tossin, standard angle for him. Not sure if he spotted out Kenny there in the corner, but Crystal certainly will. Nice headshot for him. This is just going to fall apart now for EnVy. They're going to get caught in the blender.
Crystal still with a couple of bullets left. It's only going to be Happy to pick up the kill there. It's Penta surviving with 4 members and make it a 5-0 scoreline in their own favor here. Look at the money that they've got. It's looking better and better all the time. And EnVy, on the other hand, trying to do what they can to see if they can put together a good buy here.
It's not like EnVy are, I'm just checking in the meantime, you know, it's not like EnVy are completely, you know, at odds on this map either. It's a pretty solid one for them. They're a positive percentage on the win rate for them on this map. So you wouldn't think that Penta should be able to give them this much trouble. But it's just been a lot of fortunate situations and big individual plays making the difference here for Penta so far. We have to see once EnVy get a little bit more coordinated if it's going to work out for him. NBK once again going to be alone. Steps in, gets the initial kill, taking out Crystal here on the map.
That kind of opening. Now would be a good time for EnVy to bring it back. But unlike previous matches for EnVy, a nice shot by Tarson again, taking down Apex there over at long. But this would be a situation where even if EnVy win it, they won't be forcing any kind of eco. Unlike previously when they were playing Dings House on Cash, which is what we saw so much. This will be a bit of a different feel for EnVy. They're going to have to win a couple of consecutive rounds here before the Penta bank is finally broken. They are moving up by the restrooms towards that A side of the map, and there's a pretty good presence there for Penta.
Now already, Molotov going to go down there to buy a little bit more time. Tossin decides to play it safe though. Could we have a Kobe nade just go straight onto 3? Doing a little bit of damage, softening him up, but with those smokes down, it's going to get tricky. Kenny gets caught mid-air though, and then a Molotov to force Spitty right into the smoke next to Optimus. Man advantage still though, and they are able to actually back out of this EnVyUS after that bomb gets planted. Now it's going to come down to the dirty work. Can Penta actually find the kills?
Oh, MBK, he's setting up a flashbang for Happy somewhere. Happy's behind him as well, so they're just trying to buy some time here. MBK going to get the 1 kill, and Bomb is ticking away on that bomb site, and he's going to go down, so now all on Happy. He's got a long angle here to try and see if he can stop them from defusing. Not going to be successful, and Penta going to win the round.
And they were late on the defuse there as well. You could tell that Speedy was low and that Happy was clearly trying to get that 1 bullet on him, was failing to do so. But that wasn't exactly a super quick defuse coming in for Penta. They all had kits. They were just willing to shut down Happy, make sure the threat was gone, and then get on that bomb. 6-0 the score, and we have a pause coming through. And I'm wondering if this isn't a tactical pause getting called here for EnVy. saying, you know, that perhaps, you know, what do we need to be changing here, guys? Because it just seems to me like they keep getting picked off one at a time. I mean, NBK, at least he changed it up a little bit last round by getting the entry on the man down in connector on Crystal, but then Tossin just comes right back into it.
I mean, basically what this is, you know, Envy just swapping out for a bit and checking their Twitters and seeing what's happening to all the angry people who have bet on them. Because I think the betting tendency is like 94-6 or something ridiculous. So, yeah, there's going to be some upset people somewhere.
All the Penta fans out there.
Well, they're going to be excited, you know, they're like, yeah. Nice, nice start here. But I mean, the fact is, and this is why it's so hard to get too excited, is that we've all seen what happens when Envy suddenly get back into a game. They have the money to buy this time, so they're obviously going to be doing that. And Penta's money is good, though. That's one thing we have to keep an eye on here. 12,000 on Strux.
Yeah.
This is what Dignitas could never get happening. I mean, they did win four or five rounds in a row on cash, and as soon as they lost a round, they were done.
Yeah, we can see, I mean, quite a few members surviving on average there for Penta in these rounds. They've been pretty one-sided, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to just have this pause be a moment for Happy to kind of reflect on what's been going wrong in the rounds and figure out what to do next. But now, well, let's see, MBK, we're waiting on him. He's just going to go for AK and nades. I'd be amazed if he took anything else. I am kind of surprised to see that Crystal seems to be favoring the rifles over the AWP on this map right now. Considering his tendency to op on Inferno, what we saw earlier, maybe he wasn't feeling too confident in it after the I don't want to say beating they took from TSM, but, you know, just pretty one-sided match. It didn't really go their way at all.
I mean, maybe it's just a historical thing. Maybe he feels like, you know, me versus Kenny, if it comes down to that, like, I don't want to let the match rely on that. I'd rather try and take some other kind of fight. I mean, taking a fight with Kenny is a bit scary as well, so...
Maybe it comes down to the positioning as well, though. Maybe we're overlooking this. Or we're assuming that he has the freedom to move around as he wants. Because it does seem like he's hanging around in mid-restrooms quite a bit, and it's not into connector. And those are kind of close quarters areas where you may... If you're hanging around mid-restrooms, sure, you can have the AWP, but if you're constantly like in connector, I mean, there's a lot of spray situations there where maybe the op isn't the best weapon to have.
I can see Crystal, like, if they want to switch up their defense later on and maybe try and go long a bit more, then maybe Crystal's going to be the man to do that. 6-0 here, moving into the 7th round, and we'll see if Penta can continue the streak that they've been on, or if Envy are finally going to put an end to it here. Penta are being a little bit aggressive this time with Crystal, and initially moving up. I think he was actually listening. I think he had his ear to the wall then to try and see what was going on, but...
It's like old Native American scout tactics, you know, he just pressed his ear to the wall. I hear 3 steps. You know?
Seeing if that Envy train is going to be coming. I mean, if you put your ears to the rail, you can hear that a long ways away, so... Yeah. It's off in the distance somewhere, but it hasn't really gained too much speed yet.
It certainly hasn't. It's there's been like, I don't know, TNT on the bridge or something. Just haven't been able to get across it, that's for sure. And yeah, now Envy are just like wallbanging all over the place, making a lot of noise, just trying to sow some confusion in the ranks here for Penta, make it a little bit more, a little bit less clear as to what they're actually up to, where they are on this map. Again, with the same smokes though, Penta. They aren't really changing up their take. They had Tossin earlier over towards long. Yeah, again, he's kind of their long man, but the focus again really does seem to be mid. Make sure that they lock down restrooms. Make sure that Team Envy don't feel too comfortable to set up for a big execute.
It's an interesting setup, and it's worked so far. Strux playing close. Crystal right behind him. He's here to just take all the attention away from whatever else is going on. Nice counterflash coming out, and Strux is going to go down anyway. It's a bit of a shame, and Tossin goes down to Crystal now on the bomb side. Backup is coming, but he drops to Kiyoshima, picking up a second headshot, and Speedy going to go down as well. Looked like he could have maybe at least got the kill. There's 6 seconds left, and the bomb is going to go down. So now it's all on taps in here, and a big round for Envy here. I mean, it actually looked like that was a good start for Penta.
Yeah, I agree. Crystal long-range spray against NBK, and then 4 headshots for Envy. This is what they're capable of as well, right?
Yeah.
It's like you piss them off. They're like a bear, you know, like a grizzly. Nothing but headshots for Envy to close out that round. And yeah, that's also what the Frenchmen are capable of. At any point, they can just kind of wake up and start just hitting these crazy shots. I mean, we just kept swapping from Penta player to Penta player, and every time we got on them, it was almost like a curse. They just took a bullet to the face.
And now's the big opportunity for Penta to shut it down. I mean, they've got the money here, even though they have spent a fair bit of it. They can make the buy work, and the big question is if they can shut down Envy right away. Because otherwise, if EnVy start getting up into the right gear, things could get very ugly.
Not the best flash, but good positioning here by Speedy. Super aggressive, and he doesn't know that somebody's on the left side. This could get really tricky for him. Kiyoshima's going to be looking into sewers as well. EnVy are definitely setting something up here for the B side at this point.
See if the executor's going to be timed well. He touched down Kiyoshima with a good early shot there from Speedy. tabseN, a little bit too many targets, and he goes down to Apex. So right now it's just an early trade, and they know where Speedy is back here. He's now rotated out of the bomb site in bomb plant. Trying to see if they can get it down. Kenny currently carrying it. tarbseN just trying to hold a back line here as the bomb does go down. There are a man down on the Penta side, and EnVy have got pretty good positions for this defend.
Double headshot for NBK, and Speedy, now the last man, walks right out into the man holding. That's Happy. Lands the headshot in the end, holding that back line. 3 players surviving the round for EnVy, and yeah, this is where it starts to get really scary. That one tactical pause, just one pause. All right, figure out what needs to happen, and now they're hitting nothing but headshots here, EnVy.
Hey, you know what they were doing in that tactical balls? You know what they were doing? They were checking out Carrigan's new shot.
Oh yeah, because he's got that. He's got the merch.
Yeah. Shot by Carrigan.net right there. Helping him out a little bit.
Go check it out, guys.
Yeah, go check it out. Definitely. You should. It's a nice initiative, I feel like.
I was gonna say that they were making some toast, some baguette.
Some baguette.
Just getting a little something.
It's not a bad idea, really.
Ooh.
Strux, again, there's pretty good boost here, and Kenny has no idea what's going on either. Smoke to follow up, and a couple of flashbangs out, and nice shot, Strux there, picking up NBK. Blind shot for the smoke as well. Now, I'm not sure why they keep playing aggressively here. I really wish they'd fall back, because they've got such a good position, but they are going to try and double up on the aggression. Kiyoshima is close Apex 2, and now also Happy showing up for the party here. Strux is going to get a 3rd kill, goes for the re-peek, and finally goes down to Happy, but he might have done enough this time around here. Crystal is going to be going down, and tarbseN there to pick up the kill on Apex. It's all on Happy.
1v3. And he has no idea. He's looking for the shot, and he will find it, but he takes so much damage in the process. He's down to 6 HP, and he chooses to take the long fight as well. So if he doesn't get a headshot right now, timing just couldn't have been worse there for him. This is like so Penta, Anders. This feels like ever since, whenever you get like these guys on a server, Strux, Crystal, like they're always coming up with like weird little boosts over smokes and just little angles that nobody really uses.
Yeah,
it's all about that element of surprise, and that's again we were talking about when they were playing against TSM to start the day off on Inferno. It was going to come down to little cheeky plays like that to give them an edge to take on these teams that if they try and go into like a straight up fight with, they really shouldn't come out ahead, or they shouldn't be able to win those, right? So they have to come up with something tricky.
Yeah, I feel like you're right, and so far they have been doing a good job here. 7-2. Money on EnVy not looking too good here, and Speedy covering the L-bend is going to be taking down NBK. There are more people coming, though he's preemptively spraying, and he can't pick up the kill on Apex there, so ends up falling down, although he did do some good damage. tabseN, the timing, almost going to get him killed, but he stays alive. And Crystal now trying to control this connector.
Oh, Crystal will get overwhelmed in the end, but then Strux is there, and Strux with the double kill to save the day. Apex down to 34 HP with the bomb, just hoofing it back into T-spawn, but he's got a minute, but then Strux is already pushed up to top mid right now. Apex knows where he's playing from, but he has to waste time dealing with Strux, and then he has to worry about the man pushed up in connector. It's going to be really hard for Apex to actually get up onto a bomb site.
Now, timing for Strux couldn't possibly be better. He's going to miss the initial shots. They're a little bit scary, but works out in the end. He ends up with a triple and making it 8-2 and completely ruining the EnVy economy here. Gotta wonder if the Frenchmen are going to go nuts and try and buy, or if they will just save for once. They actually are some deagles in there in the mix.
They decide to slow it down.
But you are right, though. When run boosting was still sort of a very rare thing, Penta was actually one of the teams that would do it sort of way, I think, before everyone else, like regularly on Cash, for instance. So, yeah, they sort of kept doing those things. So I think you're right. They are a team that is worth watching just for the surprise factor. And why not? Like, if you're right, if you don't have the manpower, why not try for something crazy? And
they had a different way of doing it. Or they had that one where they ran all the way from T-spawn to boost. Remember that?
Yeah.
Though they would run on top of each other, like all the way through, and then boom, just put some guy straight up there. super fast, that like split second more. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that they came up with. It's going to be a glorious number of deagles here for Envy, but very little glory to be found in the end as they just get picked off one after another. Long-range duel happening over here at Long. Happy is going to be the last man here. But with 50 HP left, I actually thought the Crystal was going to be like, come at me, bro, with a knife. Just run up at him.
Seemed like he was ready either way. Happy is boxed in on Long. Not a lot of places that he can go right now, and it seems like Penta are actually getting a hell of a lot out of this first half so far. 9-2 is about to be the score line. And Envy, they will have money in the upcoming round, but still, it is a little bit scary.
Well, it's far from ideal. They just got a long road ahead of him here. Tossin will not be able to pick up the kill in the end. He keeps his cool. And so now, well, yeah, 9-2, and Envy, once again, no more pause allowed for them, so they're going to have to just do it in real time here. And mid just seems to be this impossible. Well, now I'm like they really have to be kind of stumped at this point, Envy, because they try and go for mid. They're getting shut down by Crystal and Strux. They try and go on to B site, and they keep having trouble there. It's like, where are you actually going to take this fight, Envy? Do you decide to just go straight out on Long? That's one of the spots that you haven't really put too much pressure yet so far.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Envy are playing a slightly more scared game now than we're used to seeing. Like, this is a map where you can be very aggressive, especially on that long area. If you try and catch someone who's out there on the CT side, if you just move quick enough, they might not be able to fall back in time. So I feel like all this standing around and waiting is not what I expect to see from Envy, especially not on the T side.
I guess especially not when you have like a player like Kenny, right? You have his AWP right here, this long corridor. With the AWP, you can really shut down that angle. And Penta haven't shown a tendency to go for the AWP. I mean, it was only Speedy that one round on the B side. They haven't seen it on the A side at all, Envy.
Yeah. Well, so far, not much has happened except that Envy have wasted 40 seconds or so and just are still waiting around. Speedy, though, if they come back here, he's in a great position for it. They're going to be right in front of him, and he sprays down Apex next to the line. Kenny, gun barrel showing lack of communication. How did they not realize what's happening? Speedy taking down Kiyoshima as well. Great play right now for Penta. And NBK and Happy are going to be left in not with much of a chance at all. The bomb is back here, 25 seconds, and Happy, he's really mad now. He just wants to tap people away, but he's going to get shut down. And that's going to be 10-2 similar. I mean, like I said, 96-4 in the betting tendency. Things are about to get bad.
Well, bad. It's more like, you know, our CSGO lounge actually going to have the skins to pay those people out.
Like a crash of the skins market.
I mean, this kind of upset, if it were to happen.
Samla, can we start can we do this? Can we start a site that insures people's skins? You're American, you have to have an appreciation of this. So maybe
insurance for everything, huh?
Yeah, maybe people can like insure each other's skins and they can like bet against other people's insurances. Can we do that? It works so well in real life. I feel like it has to be a thing. Speedy is going to be taking down Apex, and Tab's going to go down next. Nice shot from Speedy AWPing here. He's actually AWPing instead of Crystal. Maybe it is the position like you were talking about earlier. He's in the B bomb side and maybe has a bit of chance for it here. Triple kill on him. And Happy going to be last man left once again. Speedy going to get the kill. It's so hard for Happy to bait out his teammates when they're all dead.
Yeah, right? You know, he just keeps winding up as the last man alive here in these situations.
Wow. This is going to get... This is gonna get a bit heavy for Envy, I feel like.
Well, especially because these Envy, these rounds right now, I mean, they aren't exactly free and clear, Envy. The 6-3, if they were to lose this 6-4, they're getting into that danger zone of number, like they really can't afford to give up any more map losses to guarantee a spot at the finals. Like Fnatic are sitting in first place with 8-3, TSM with 8-2. So I mean, if you go up to 4 losses, that's where it starts getting a little tricky. You fall down into like the Na'Vi, I mean, NIP versus Pro territory. It's not ideal.
Tossin and Kiyoshima having a bit of a fight over here, and Kiyo comes out on top in spite of the fact that it looked like he was just sort of stumbling into that angle more than actually peeking it so much. Speedy now here with the AWP, and he's going to flick the shot on Kiyoshima. Drops the bomb as well, but I think he correctly identifies that for him to stick around here alone, trying to cover the bomb, is pretty not a good idea.
Yeah. Fall back, and he's actually not going to fall all the way back to the A site. Decides to hang around in the restroom, so another line of defense there that Envy will have to deal with eventually. A little bit of a cheeky spot up here, boosted on the sandbags on short. There it is, Tabson putting it to work, but he's going to completely waste that opportunity. Somehow fluffs the spray, and NBK finds that kill. maintains the man advantage here for Envy.
Oh, nice grenade from Strux. It's going to shut down NBK. That was an important one. Follow-up grenade is going to take out NBK. A touchdown there from Crystal. And now the bomb. They've got it on the site, but they can't really easily put it down. Apex actually doing a really good job running out of the smoke there. 25 seconds now left, and this Molotov could cancel the plant. Apex going to try and put it down, but that fires there, and when he walks out, he's going to be shut down with the AWP now, all on Happy. And the bomb is now in front of the side. It actually falls off the ledge. Happy, this couldn't possibly be worth. He tries to jump down, but he is out of time, and Crystal will take him out. And that's going to be 12-2 right now. Penta actually destroying Envy in this first half.
Yep, completely railroading him. And now, I mean, you're going to have what? Just a wonky force buy coming out here on Envy. There should be an AK on Happy. Yeah. And he was 4 AKs, a single pistol.
Good job, Chusaba's controlling the ESL CS Twitter account.
It's hypnotic. I can't look away.
It's the eyebrows as well.
Yeah.
Paul just going mad. Well, round starts with Speedy getting shut down. He's been doing such a good job earlier, so that has to be a big kill. NBK following it up, and tabseN going down. And this is the speed that we were asking about earlier. Envy, now they find it. Run into the bomb site, shoot left and right. Just know that you're a better team individually than Penta is. That seems to be the key. Not sure how they forgot about it, but now they are in a man advantage here.
But ToSN's holding close. Oh, he needed to find that headshot onto Kiyoshima. That was it. And that's going to end it. 12-3 at the end of the first half.
This round is how so many rounds should have played out for Envy. But they decided to play a really slow game around the restrooms, and as it happened, Penta had some great setups. The boost of a smoke, Crystal playing close with the SMG early on even. I mean, so many things like that that seemed to work out really well. So a bit of a weird scenario that Envy never realized, wait a minute, what is it we only do when we're down? You know, we just rush somewhere and kill everyone. It's like that never occurred to them on this game.
Yeah, we could attribute that to their lack of experience versus Penta, perhaps. Just the fact that, you know, this is a roster that hasn't really been making the rounds on the international scene apart from Pro League, and even then they haven't played any games. Like, they've only just started playing this week. So there might be a little something there where maybe Envy went into this thinking, okay, free win, you know, we're just going to stomp them, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, before they realize that they're way behind and their usual strats aren't working. Kind of surprising to see just experienced players like this, though, like Envy, struggle with this kind of situation. But they're not out of it yet. If any team could actually grind it out, it certainly is Envy.
Sure, I mean, they have the power to it. They could definitely make it back. I wouldn't say it would be easy at this point, and I mean, I am quite pleased with the way Penta's been playing here. Some really good individual performances too. Speedy, 14 kills, Crystal at 15, I think, and ToSN's been having some good rounds over a long as well. So we're going to see how it's going to break down here. Second half coming up, and we are actually witnessing a pretty big upset here. I mean, if Envy go down to Penta now, that would be
catastrophic.
Yeah, that would be catastrophic.
Because this, as far as Envy are concerned, the caliber of this team, this should be a free win for them. They should be saving their losses for the likes of Fnatic, of TSM.
Oh.
It puts them in an impossible situation if they lose a map to Penta, and then they still have to go on and play against Virtus Pro, Fnatic, TSM. I mean, they can't afford to give a loss here. They have to lock this down.
Oh, NBK, that's so dirty as well. He used 2 bullets on the first player, just 1 on Speedy, looking for a little bit more of a spray style coming in here, but he's already done a very good job, and they are trying to make their way back. Happy creeping in, and that's going to be Crystal gone. The precision here, and NBK even finds time to land another headshot. Beautiful round from Nathan there. That's just sexy, isn't it?
And he ended strong last round as well. That's 3 kills in the last round of the first half, 3 kills in this round. NBK, the beast, is he awoken?
I mean, they need him. I think they really need Envy to come alive here.
And he goes for the P90.
Double P90 MP7 Nova M4 setup? Yeah, why not?
I guess. Against a force buy that you know is coming. If they didn't get a bomb plant Penta, you know that they're going to force buy if you're Envy. So this is very brave. What's different here is that Crystal, okay, he didn't use the op at all in the first half, but look at that save, Anders. No Kevlar, no upgraded pistol, just $500 spent on nades.
You're right, that's usually a bit of a tell, so I guess we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Kiyoshima holding close here. Nova shotgun in hand, going to pick up the 1. Kenny steals away any chance for any kind of ace or quad or anything like that. Crystal goes down though. So Kyoshima gets a double, and there were actually a bunch of people tweeting at us earlier when we had this discussion. There have been a couple of Nova aces, so thanks guys for doing that. Really appreciate that.
Snacks actually had one of them as well on the old train.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, okay, there have been some Nova aces. Would have been pretty much like
it's still rarity, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's still pretty rare. It always feels like the Swag 7 gets priority over the Nova for some reason.
And now,
rate, all that jazz.
with Chris J, the auto shotgun as well. Good times.
Let us never speak of it again.
Try and ignore it to death.
Ah, a little bit of a peek there. That might have been enough information. Nice nade onto Tabson and Spitty. And now Kenny, he's looking to make money for his AWP, but he might be running into a trap. 3 players here, and he still survives somehow. Kyoshima wrecking over on long, and there will be the backstab. Kenny not going to make it out intact.
Yeah, but he did get the kill in. Probably just all he wanted to do there. NBK gonna be spraying madly with that P90 and looking for the shot as well. Gonna be the triple kill, and Envy climbing their way back to a 6-12 scoreline.
Well, I'm glad that NBK, you know, he remembers how to do his ABCs as well, right? You know, AD, 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 I don't know. Like, AD spam is backhanders.
Yeah. All of the alphabet he remembers.
How did like I didn't even like sing it properly at all. That is so bad. How is it going? A B C. Yeah, A D.
You're trying to.
AD.
You're trying to remember the melody. All right. I see. I won't do any singing. I feel like no. Another time.
Oh come on, bro. Leave me hanging. I see how
another
it is.
time. Let's break into some Taylor Swift or something. Kenny and Crystal, this is the battle that we were talking about earlier, and it might actually happen here. There is a bit of backup with Apex playing very close here. So Kenny trying to maneuver around, and Apex jumps the gun, but Kenny's there to pick it up. A grenade was the get rights earlier, and he's going to get downed as well. Tarzan picking up that kill, and it's going to be 4 versus 3 here. That grenade as well would have pretty killed Tarzan, so I'm not sure what that's about.
That would have been a perfect HE. So unfortunate that he messes it up. Brought it back to a 3-on-3, and well, now Envy, they're at a pretty significant disadvantage. Penta, they've got the rifles, they still have nades for an execute. Envy have 2 flashes to hold off any kind of concentrated push that comes onto a site. They can rotate an extra body over to the B site. That's a good call from MBK. But the smoke goes down to block off Sniper, and now Kyoshima has to change up his position, and it's going to come down to MBK. He's the point man. He's alone for now.
4-3, NBK. He's close to the bomb site here, sprays down Tarzan as well. Strux is the only man left now. 1 versus 2, and about 20 seconds. He needs to find a kill before he can even think about putting the bomb down. And Happy not going to give him the chance either, so another round. And Penta. How close do you think, Semler, before they start to get a little bit worried here? I mean, they can probably feel it coming already. 12-7, it's a 5-round gap, but their money is really bad, and it's apparently only going to get worse.
I mean, it kind of restructures in your head, right? Because now this is where it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe we did a pretty average job on T side for Envy, you know, and this is the beginning of the half. I mean, yeah, this is a gap that can definitely be closed here by Envy. They've got now they've got a round to farm up some money versus Penta, who are on pistols again, and Happy's more than happy to do just that, you know, taking it speedy. Different approach, though, from Envy. They don't choose to smoke up. They smoke up wrist room instead of actually smoking up mid like that. There's the smoke on mid.
Kenny spots just a couple of people as that smoke blooms, so get a chance to do a little bit of damage, but he's also down to 1 health, and Tarzan, you can tell, looking for a bit of an opening here. It is kind of interesting. 2 bullets left for Kyoshima, and he picks up that kill headshot as well on Strux. All right, then. Kyoshima shutting it down. Really efficient play. But have you noticed how now that everyone swapped to the M4A4, well, almost everybody?
Almost. There are still some purists.
Yeah, there are some people out there.
Olafmeister.
Hanging out to an older age, you know. Just like an era that has been eclipsed. But
okay, proceed.
No, but oh, nice job, Kyoshima, with the quad kill. No, but have you noticed how many fights you get now where there's like initial fight happenings and trading damage, and then whoever's on the other side thinks that, you know, oh, they're going to be reloading, and then like the fight just continues because there's another 10 bullets there. It feels like the fights are sort of like they're segmented now into like, you know, oh, I'll just save 7 bullets, you know, and then I'll fight again.
It's like a real long, drawn-out battle. You're right. much longer than what we're used to with the A1, especially with the even with the slower fire rate on the new A1. Still feels like those bullets are gone so fast. It's all the timing. And now, whoa, Kenny. Not going to land the shot. He's in danger of getting closed in on. That smoke did go down to block him off. But Speedy takes out Happy in the meantime.
Good early kill there. And Envy's response seems to be falling back quite a bit up on that A-bomb site, giving some room to Penta, who are still waiting. They're still so worried that Envy are going to try and be aggressive somewhere that they want to hang out a little bit.
Yeah. They've got like so much room to work with now, Penta. They can pick and choose what they want to do. And it comes down to, it comes down to Envy to make the move. And Kenny decides to back off. He doesn't want to take this fight. He doesn't want to be the one to really give Penta the huge advantage that's going to pretty much like tomb his team this round.
Yeah, can't blame him either. It'd be a bit of a screw up if he ends up going down here. Crystal not able to hit the mid-air shot then. Did not have a big gap to get it through, but here's the problem for Penta as well. They are running out of time right now. 35 seconds. Trying to see if they can make their way closer. There's still a Molotov on Apex, and there is an HE grenade on Kenny. Apex did put down the Molotov, but we'll see if Kenny can hold on here. 25 seconds. Penta, that is a bit of a reach almost. Tazen is going to be going down, and now Kiyoshima is playing close to the site. 20 seconds as they make their way through, and Crystal and Speedy are going to be left. Bit of a disappointing end to this round, I feel like, for Penta. And now Kiyoshima gets another couple of kills in, and that's going to be it. Envy now to 9-12.
Man, I'm curious, what's the scoreline right now for Kenny? Yeah, Kenny kind of lagging behind, along with Apex, actually. The two of them struggling a little bit. But Kenny not really having too much of an impact. Doesn't really seem to be having too much of an effect when Kiyoshima can just, you know, go ahead and get headshots through smoke, no problem at all.
Wow. Well, it's now only a 3-round gap here, so kind of hard to see how Penta could be feeling too excited. Kenny pushed up fairly aggressively. He actually might get caught out a little bit. Can they catch him coming back? Tabson's going to be there. But Kenny's sticking around and forcing the issue and ends up getting killed for it. Because they were waiting. They were crouched over at the stairwell there, so they didn't give him a target, and then Tabson got into position, and that was all they needed. Pretty good job.
Beta Reno. Now it comes down again to Envy having to go for something a little bit risky here, and that kind of boost could work, but he needs to hit the shot, and there's the follow-up. Tabson, of course he knows that if you see Kiyoshima up there, second man's going to be right beneath him, gets both kills, and this is where it can start falling apart, getting very dangerous here for Envy. Nicely done by Tabson. He just continues to press forward. Quad kill for him so far, and he's in position to pick up the ace as well. Ace for Tabson. Putting Penta up on 13 rounds. That's the kind of thing that can actually just completely shift things around here for Penta. Get that ball rolling for him to close out this map.
That was a huge round. I mean, the fact that he pushed through into the defending A player there at the end was also really good. He pushed on the edge of the smoke, making sure that it wasn't going to be a long series of 1v1 fights, but that, you know, no chance to reload or anything else. Just try and see if they could win that round quick and successfully. So 13-9, another 3 rounds here for Penta, and they will caused quite an upset.
Speedy setting it up again, straight into pool. They did have enough money for a full buy though, Envy, so it's not over yet as far as they're concerned. And much more passive as far as they're concerned as well. I mean, they've actually put 3 guys on B pretty solid early on here, perhaps expecting some kind of rush to come out from Penta. That doesn't really seem to be Penta's style. Penta, once again, just spreading out across the map. They're content to just sit and wait and make Envy sweat, which is kind of weird, given it's, you know, it's like Envy who are the ones who should just be ultra confident in this map.
Yeah, you'd feel like it. They're playing the CT side. They've got still got the money for a decent defense here. And again, Penta playing this round so slowly. I feel like they're all the time expecting Envy to come up with something crazy, whereas in fact Envy are playing a very standard game right now. So you gotta hope that eventually Penta are gonna realize that that kind of aggression isn't coming here. Spray battle going on through. Speedy and Apex roughly trading damage, 1 point off.
Pretty much dead on. But it does look like it's going to be the B take now. 25 seconds, so they are cutting it a bit close here, Penta. With 20 seconds left, they have no room for error. Fresh smoke's going down on the site. Molotovs as well to clear out. Toxic, but the crossfire is established already. NBK with that A4, putting shots through, finds the headshot on Struxy, and Apex holding up close will do some damage. But then Spitty and Tossing coming out of nowhere, pick up 2 kills. They turn it into a 2-on-2, and they get the bomb plant just in the nick of time.
They are kind of low on health, but maybe with a little bit of skill, They can actually come out on top here. There are almost no grenades left on Envy, trying to put in the last ones here. Not going to get the headshot, Speedy. And now Tussin in a very bad spot here. 1 versus 2. The only thing he can count on is that they may not realize where he is. He's going to hear the defuse once. Is he going to be able to creep on out? He's not buying it just yet. Going to be waiting for it. Kiyoshima is there to shut it down while Happy's defusing. And that's going to be the round. Envy. And now putting a lot of pressure on the Penta economy here. 1 round 1 and then back to losing. They do have a little bit of money still, but if they start losing more rounds here, then Envy might be right back up at a tight game very soon. If
they lose this round right here, yeah. It comes down to that bomb plant being the saving grace there for Penta. Might have been a bit too close for a full buy if they hadn't got that extra $800 in the bank. So, well, now do we see the change? No spread across the map this time for Penta. Straight out onto B, actually. It's going to be a straight split, full rush, and now it comes down to 3 players here on Envy. Once again, making the correct call. Proper defense in place.
A good counter flash is coming out, but Penta are actually sort of regrouped, and now they're getting ready for the push once again, but MBK and Happy are there, picking up a couple of kills, and a nice shot from Happy. Take down 1 more player. It's all on Speedy, and there is no way to get into this bomb site here. 1 versus 4. Wow.
Yeah, and Happy just hunts. They knew exactly where he was playing from. The bombardment, and then Merciless Happy saying, I need not only double digits, I gotta be up in the 20s.
I mean, it was kind of good. Like, Penta, they managed to sort of push their way halfway into the bomb site, then they wait for all the counter flashes once they're up, or once they're gone, they go again. So it kind of makes sense, but they needed an entry frag, otherwise it's not really working that well. You
kind of hit the nail on the head there, Anders. Those were some pretty sexy anti-flashes coming out from Envy.
Yeah,
and you watch them coming in through Monster, and even before they start getting into Monster, they're already flashed. And it's just flash after flash after flash coming out from Envy. Penta, they just got ground down to a halt. And now it's pretty much a hard eco coming out from him here. A couple of guys have upgraded their pistols, a Dingle, a P250, a nade, and now, well, this is going to get nasty.
Ooh, Kenny sneaking in around the left-hand side here and picking up a couple of good kills. 3, in fact, going for the 4th one. It's going to be taking out Tabson, and now just 1 click away from an ace of his own. See if he can do it. Tabson got one earlier. Kenny, he's definitely hunting for it, and he's going to find a guy in the corner, but he goes down to a headshot. Stolen at the end.
Yeah, robbed. Heartless. Heartless Hines. Well, I can't believe it, Anders, but it's actually happening. 12-13. And they have the money for a buy now, Penta, after that round of eco, but Envy, this would just be a godlike comeback if they could actually pull this off. 12-13. They would have needed, what, 13-2 at the end of the half.
I mean, I think it's just Envy's way of saying to everyone who's been betting skins on this game, just saying, you know, oh, we're going to make you sweat a little bit, you know, just a reminder. But we got you.
We got you. Just giving you a show.
And for whoever went like all in on Penta is just thinking right now, no, it can't be happening. I feel you. I've been there in an earlier life when I was still betting skins, you know. I remember what it's like.
Oh, that was so close.
Wow, I mean, all the way down there. I think it was Tabson next to him.
Nearly the 2-for-1 shot. Well, Tabson wants to take a second crack at that. Spots the man jumping behind the boxes, but that's all the info that Kiyoshima needs. Doesn't need to go jumping again, and now Kenny on the hunt. Cue the Jaws music.
He's ready for it. Still fairly aggressive position here. Kind of hard to predict if you're coming around the corner, but they are on the other side of the wall still, so Kenny, not much of a target for him at the moment. He's got to be careful. He's got 2 people backing him up, though, so this is a powerful position for Envy to be in. 3 people on the bomb site with the rotation time not being too far away from the people in B either.
Oh, here we go. Execute smoke's coming out, so this is all the signal that they need. Apex gets flashed, but then so does his opponent. Spitty, unfortunately for him, was fully aware. And now Spitty taps in Crystal. Great headshot from Crystal. That was the key point right there. Had Kenny landed that shot, it would have been a much closer situation, but now NBK has to go for the heroics, and Happy 1v4. It ain't pretty.
I thought for sure that Kenny was going to pick up that kill on Crystal, but he stopped right at the edge. That was so cool, because Crystal was running like he was about to just make the cross into the site and just run on there. So really, really good presence of mind there from Crystal. And Tarsin with 23 kills right now, actually top fragging in the game 14-12, and the money for Envy. Oh no. They will have had enough to buy this round, but I mean, after that, it starts to get a little bit scary.
If they lose this one round, I mean, we're still talking about the Kings of Force. Talk about an explosive start in the league for Penta. I mean, sure, they lost versus TSM earlier, but if they beat Na'Vi and Envy out of their first 3 games, and then they've got TSM, or they've got NIP coming up later as well to close the night on Train.
Yeah, you're right.
And that actually could be really solid for them because NIP are not very good on Train, so...
Yeah, I mean, definitely some real talent being shown here by the German team. And Envy maybe underestimating slightly and maybe also just failing to realize the threat that was happening in that first half, you know.
Yeah.
Talked about how long it took them to sort of get back into gear and try for some of those rushes, and it was basically the 15th round where they were like, oh, wait a minute, let's just rush B.
Yeah, let's just rush B and NBK go get, you know, 3 headshots, thanks. Do what you do. Yeah, this is where it can get very frustrating. I mean, look at the Envy. They're playing so scared as well. I mean, they are doing a fantastic job of running down the clock, but then Kiyoshima, again, with that jump, he gets punished this time. Crystal was prepared with the AWP. There's the first kill to start things off here for the German roster.
Apex playing close. He's trying to deny that bomb plant. Strux is right in front of him, and Apex, he's going to miss the angle, misses all the bullets as well. He definitely had the idea. That's all he wanted to do, was try and deny the plant, but instead Crystal shows up with the triple. And MBK now going to be alone. Wow. It's about to be match point here for Penta, and the money for Envy is horrendous.
Oh, man, they just can't catch a break. Even NBK lying in wait. Strux is 2 on point right now, and well, 15th match point. And they've got 3 match points to close this out, Penta. And they're going up against a 4-spot Envy. Pistols, armor, handful of nades. That's the best the Frenchman can muster here. And the match has been paused.
Dun dun dun. I don't know.
Dramatic.
Yeah.
Dramatic music.
I mean, I've got to say, I am pretty surprised, and I feel like some of that Envy spirit that we've seen earlier. I mean, we had like the perfect Envy game that they played against Dignitas. That was so much how they normally play, you know, continuous pressure. And then this time they were playing so much more slowly on the C side. So you got to wonder if it's also just like a, I don't know, lack of practice on this map. Maybe. I mean, they have played it, but maybe they're just not feeling quite as confident.
Well, it is their least played map, I think, by a fair margin. So I mean, yeah, Envy, they're not feeling very confident on Overpass, and this is probably what we're seeing here. Mix that in with some tricky, you know, boosts and smokes coming out from Penta, the element of surprise, then the mounting frustration on Envy, because they've got to be thinking to themselves as well that, you know, we're the best team on this map right now. You know, we're the ones who are supposed to be winning this. What the hell is going on? And that can get into the back of your head as well, where it's just like, why can't we actually just lock this down? The frustration mounts, and then you find yourself in this situation.
I feel like usually that feeling for Envy translates into someone just saying, you know, I'll do it then, you know, just let me show you.
NBK tried, right?
Yeah, yeah, it certainly did. But 12-15, I think still a chance for some overtime here. And oh, Happy is oh, actually, yeah, they're all. So we know what that means.
I love the timing as well. Yeah. Still a chance for some overtime, guys.
Yeah, the famous hiccup. That will be fixed one of these days, don't worry.
Someday.
Yeah, it's only been like a couple of years.
Exactly.
Don't
like,
worry.
Only been, you know, like several years now.
Well, some people in the skins market, when that like pause came in, their hearts just dropped like.
No, dude. And then some are just like, champagne, bubbly.
We're so ready for it.
Oh, well, man.
Now we can pretend to cast this round like we don't know what's going on. That's always fun. Tarzan's going to be walking up here with a smoke to follow up and checking all the corners. They've got 2 people hiding around here, but look at the flashbang here, and he just sprays them down. That looked really casual. But that wasn't even like a godlike pop flash. That was more like a lazy kind of like, oh, I'll just throw a flash around this corner right there. Sprays the mule down right on. You know, doesn't even care. Happy, NBK, and Kenny are left 3 versus 5 right here, trying to see if they could hold on to it. I'm on pins and needles to see if they can actually bring it back here somewhere. I've got like this keen intuition that maybe they won't. Kenny is going to be going down and Happy last man left, and well, I don't know. Even if we didn't know, then I don't see how Happy can make it out here.
No, Anders. He's going to make it happen. There you go. Gets that kill. Not a single point of damage taken. He's got the AK. Full on. Missed shot by the man with the AWP, but a good boost there to look at his sniper as well. They're pulling out all the stops, Penta. And Happy, just desperate, putting on the pressure. And it's not even going to happen. tabseN's going to catch him from short, and that is it. Probably the biggest upset we'll see all league long. Envy falling to Penta in a best-of-1
Yeah. I mean, in the future, guys, watch out for my site where you can do skins betting and you can place a little bit more, so you get an insurance on your skins.
I wish I had a candle right now, because I just like light a candle on fire, just like, oh, skins. Oh, your skins
all gone. All gone. Upsetting, definitely. But seriously though, I mean, you put in like an additional 20% value, and then Anders' site will insure you, and then you're betting against the insurance there, right? It's gonna be really good. I can see it happening. I'm saying it.
Awesome, dude.
You'll see it soon.
Let's get more involved.
So, a big upset. Congratulations to Penta. That was very cool, very well done. They kept their focus all throughout the first half. They managed to build up so much of a bank that once Envy finally won that round that they needed, it wasn't going to force any kind of an eco on the Penta side. They just kept buying.
It's true.
Kept winning, and tarzan and Crystal doing a really good job. I think tabseN in there somewhere as well had an ace, so that helps. Yeah, really impressive stuff.
Well, you know what I think? When we're talking about skins, Anders.
Yeah.
There's some really sick skins out there right now. And they're over on the RoomOnFire.tv website.
Yeah,
Go and check it out. RoomOnFire.tv/workshop.
Vote for them, yeah. You're right.
You got the cartel skins.
Yeah, we're trying to advance the line. Yeah, we've got some cool stuff coming out there. Dualies. All right. Well, we are moving into the last match of the evening. But if you guys are just getting in late, maybe, or early, depending on where you are in the world, and you've missed some action, go and check out theScore eSports, and also download the application on iOS or Android, whatever you prefer. Right down there. Go and check it out. Also, cool articles and everything else to keep up with all things esports related right there. So next game is going to be
NIP versus
Penta. And they're on Train, right?
On Train.
Interesting.
Think of all the crazy stuff that Penta's going to come up with on that map.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Some interesting plays that they've shown us already. So maybe they could try and reinvent some Train stuff. Still, so much happened on Train. Like the metagame on Train is like we're not even like inching into anything. We're just like barely at the surface, I feel like. So it's going to be fun times, I feel like. That will be in about 5 minutes ish. Yeah. So stick around and we'll be right back.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters. Delta Times debating against it. Oh, it's beautiful. Exists. 2 kills could never be so important. Gonna go for it behind the fountain. Kerrigan's gonna charge him down. He's gonna miss quite a few pistol shots. Kenny X, you want to kill, and then he gets the second. Kenny X punches the round.